like different ends of the spectrum. Are you a cheap information prostitute, or are you a technological recluse? Like, are you just selling yourself way too easily, or are you, to the point where, no one knows where you are, what you're doing,
That's true.
at all,
Yeah,
and
off the
it's like
grid.
yeah,
Because nowadays, that would that be considered extreme, being off the grid?
kind of. I mean,
I think
right?
so. I think we've made it that way. I think
Yeah.
there was like a little sweet spot where it's like, if
Y-
you don't have a Facebook, that's fine. If you do, then like, oh, like you're cool. But like we understand if you choose not to. But nowadays it's like you don't have an Instagram, you don't have a Snapchat, you don't have a Facebook. Like for people who have none of that, I know people who have said like who have made the choice not to have any of that. And nowadays like they have at least one
At least one social
outlet.
media.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, yeah, okay, that can be considered an extreme. And oh man, is that a fine line between what's too much and
See,
what's
some people think there should be no line. Like
yeah. It's
it's
just kind of
individual.
free for all, yeah, individual. Okay,
And
relative to
so,
the
yeah,
individual.
and so I guess what my thought has always been is, I'm the kind of person that feels, um, I I usually feel that I'm open minded. So my opinions are usually not persuadable, but it's just that, like, if I listen to someone and I feel like they have a
Okay.
better understanding of something, or
Yeah.
they can explain something better, I will always try to change my opinion to what they say.
Okay.
You know, and
Okay.
so
That's respectable. I love that.
thank you. But the way I feel about privacy is very different from how most people feel, I guess.
I think
For
so.
the while, I didn't have a Snapchat.
Uh-huh.
I deleted my Facebook for a while, and the reason was because I didn't like people knowing what I was doing.
It is, yeah. That's so. I think that's refreshing that you feel that way
Right?
because most people wouldn't because they're used to it.
Exactly. But then when someone comes up to me and is like, "Hey, what have you been up to?" Then I will gladly tell you
Ah,
what I've
yes,
been up to.
yeah,
And on top of that, I know that they're interested in me because they asked. As
yeah.
opposed to, the 500 people I have on Snapchat that are seeing what I'm doing but don't really care what I'm, they don't really
Yeah,
care. And it's just like, so now I know if someone knows what I'm doing, it's because they asked and they want to
yeah,
know.
exactly. And you
Or
had
I
a nice
told
little
them.
conversation about
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
exactly. And I gave them that power to know.
yeah.
So,
And you would say the same thing about values too, not just parts of our personal lives. Which I mean, that is something to think about. We're talking about your personal life. Like some of you guys put like some really personal, private stuff, and I mean, to each his own. But just be just watch your back, because ninjas. But even when it comes to values, protecting our values, such as what are, let's say, political preference or
our
religious
values.
domination. Yeah, what we've just, going back to the bumper sticker thing, I guess. Would you say that that's I mean, I'm not talking specifically about bumper stickers, but the way people, even on social media, the way people kind of, I can't think of the word, but like broadcast what their values
What their
are.
values are.
Good thing, bad thing, both. Time and place for it. Like what?
I guess, I mean, that falls under the same line as everything else. I
Okay,
guess.
okay,
Yeah, it's the same.
yeah.
But what's something that I was gonna mention was, that a friend did bring up to me when I was talking to him about this, was that, since we do all have that power to control who we tell what to, whether it be on social media, bumper stickers, whatever. Some people use that to their advantage and they manipulate it. You were talking about how, we choose every single thing that we post on social media, correct? So sometimes people will only post specific things,
Yeah.
or about their lives, or maybe nothing that has to do with their life, but they want people to think is in their
Yeah,
life.
yeah. They kind of
And
craft
they craft almost
this.
this lifestyle, or like
Yeah.
this entire being, that is this persona, that is not really them, but they want people to think that's who they are.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so in that way, I guess I do see that there's a power in the individual. You know, because now you are influencing everyone that sees
Yeah.
that to think a certain way about you.
Sure.
You know,
Sure.
so
That's always been kind of a pet peeve of mine. But I mean, for that, like, it is what it is. Um, where I feel like that is, I mean, because it's just my opinion, and like, what do you guys care about my opinion? But where I feel
I
like,
care, Dorian.
thanks, man, thanks, man. That's all that matters to me, guys. Where I feel like, it can be considered, what you described can be considered a bad thing, is the fact that it does foster insincerity, and I'm just afraid of people trying to become or becoming the type of person that they're publicly, you know, trying to get other people to perceive them as. Yeah. With me personally, you know, I was and, you know, social media, that's like a whole, that's another thing that can be like a whole nother show.
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
But I thought that the thing that I'm on right now when it comes to that is, I don't like that. For a while, I'll speak for myself, so I can stop offending people.
I wonder how many people I'm offended now.
Once they see you and get to know you, Kevin, you know, they're gonna see how tall you are. They're gonna see your girth,
Oh my goodness.
and they're gonna say, this is a stand-up Latino right here. They're gonna look at me and like, the goofy-looking one. People are gonna come after me for insulting.
We haven't said anything's wrong or right.
No,
we're just talking, like, it's all up in the air. Right?
Yeah,
like we did say it's up to the individual what
exactly. We did emphasize that. If you guys disagree, then that's kind of,
that's on you.
Yeah, that's a motivation for discussion.
Yeah,
and discussion is an art. But so speaking for myself, something that I kind of caught myself on somewhat recently is, for social media, like you were saying, people use it to craft their image, and I feel like, using the example of Snapchat, because that's the main thing, is I was like putting stuff on Snapchat. I feel like, for lack of better description, for a lack of better explanation, it came down to just like, I guess subconsciously I wanted people to be jealous. I don't know. And
it's so interesting you say that.
I think that,
because it's like, why else do we put it on there?
Right, yeah.
No one
like,
would. No one would.
At.
Like, I don't think no one has the. I don't know what the right word is. They're not. I don't think they're safe enough. They don't feel safe enough in their own skin to say that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh well. It sounds like you're trying to compliment me, but
No, I am. I'm trying to. Like, it's like. Okay, continue. Go ahead. Sorry.
Thanks, man. No, I hate to say it, but and I'm afraid for that. That's kind of the purpose that other people have, maybe subconsciously, maybe not directly, but indirectly. They just, I mean, but like, because what you said, why else?
What other motivation would someone have to share something?
Look at me in this place. Maybe they want to share it with others, but really, like, I don't know. If there's it just depends. It depends, because there will be times where, like, so I have this thing now, basically what I'm saying, where I stop myself when I feel like my motivations are impure. And impure, like
they're dirty.
When I'm just like, when I'm about to take that picture of me in the mirror, it's just hot and steamy, I'm just like, you know what? I gotta stop doing this.
I remember
every single day.
I remember that.
After every single shower, I have to stop this. No,